I'm Vincent Larn, and I've rented the house on Haunted Hill to host a party. A haunted house party for my wife. She's so amusing. There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and maybe even a few murders. You're all invited, of course. If you're able to survive the next 12 hours in the house on Haunted Hill, I'll give you a large sum of gold, or your next of kin, in case you don't survive. Here come the guests now. Welcome back to Entertainment Rebooted. We are at a table, and we are about to play a tabletop game, none other than the tabletop game, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm joined, of course, by my co-host, the esteemed DJ, and Pat, the Great and Overpowered.
The Great and Overpowered.
It is, Pat the Overpowered. So, we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. Why are we doing Dungeons and Dragons? Because everybody does Dungeons and Dragons these days. But also because last year we did House on Haunted Hill and rewatched it. We did it with CrB Stomp, and then terrible things happened in the last year, and CrB Stomp is dead. So instead of doing a CrB Stomp of House on Haunted Hill, we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons, and this game is based entirely off of the House on Haunted Hill movie we watched last year, as evidenced by our intro video. So, without further ado, I've introduced the players, I've introduced the channel. Let's get in to the game. Okay, so you guys have been invited to a dinner party at a haunted house, like a legendary haunted house, by the mysterious Vincent Lauren. He has offered each of you 10,000 gold if you can survive the night in the house on Haunted Hill. As you approach, you see this monstrosity on the screen. That is what the outside of the house on Haunted Hill looks like. And as you enter the house, you are greeted by your esteemed host. Vincent Lauren is a tabaxi, and he approaches you. Good evening. I hope that all of you have been able to find your way here on this dark and dreadful night.
Yeah, that's quite right. I got a ride right up to the gate.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm not entirely familiar with you. What is your name, my good sir?
I am Lester.
Lester. Oh, yes, Lucky.
Yes.
I remember you. Looking forward to what you're going to be doing this evening. And you, sir?
Yes, that would be Andrew Bartholomew Hawthorne III at your service, sir.
That's far too long. You're Artie.
I take offense to that name, but
That doesn't matter. Anyway, he proceeds to lead you through this, like, very large lobby. And the lobby essentially is just like, you see kind of just, it's an older home. It's clearly kind of fallen into a little bit of disrepair. It's definitely does not match the vibes of the outside. It's more like a Victorian house on the inside, oddly enough. While you are walking into the lobby, you notice a group of people, including a halfling who looks like this. Vincent walks over, and this is our generous host, Wisworth Pritchard. He says that he owns the home, and he's letting us rent it for quite a fee. Interestingly. Pritchard walks up to each of you. I don't know what he may have offered you, but the ghosts, they're very active tonight. You should run while you have a chance. You should definitely run. And he just, like, kind of cowers away.
I feel like that's an omen.
Well, he's not cheery.
Not at all. Not at all.
Vincent continues on, and he goes, and of course, my co-host, my lovely wife, Annabelle Frostbitch. Charmed, I'm sure. And she shakes both of your guys' hands with a little bit of a icy grip. He walks over. And then, of course, we always have to make sure that the church is adequately represented. The Twilight Cleric, none other than the esteemed, I'm sure, Dr. Davian Thorm. Thorm just kind of glances at Vincent, like, kind of like half not, like, believing what he's hearing. And then he just goes, yeah, glad to meet you. Shakes both
Nice
of
to
your
meet ya.
guys' hands. And then...
Yeah, you guys are all very tall.
Next, you see this jacked half-elf, and he appears to be kind of, like, in a suit that definitely does not fit very well, and he's very uncomfortable. Just, he seems to be kind of a very beefy fellow in a very tight suit. And then, of course, we have the legendary fighter, Lance Schouler. I would say that he's going to shake your hand, but I don't think he can move his arms very well.
That's gonna make it hard to fight. If he can't move his arms.
I'll let you know.
I see. We were
I
already
can fight
throwing
people even
disparities.
without my arms. I fought the legendary half-dragon. I just used my forehead. Bashed him in a couple of times. Let me just tell you, I don't shy away from a fight, with or without hands.
Half dragon, half what?
He didn't say.
Was he just half a dragon? What happened to the other half?
I don't know. He was a big dude, and he was half a dragon. I just know that's what they called him.
Oh, so it wasn't a dragon cut in half. It was a person that was half dragon.
Right.
Sounds to me like a dragonborn.
Yeah, whatever.
See, that's far more
He just
accurate
like
than
kind
half
of slinks
dragon.
back, takes a little bit of a drink.
Humans are in everything.
And then next, he walks up to this fine young tiefling. He goes, and obviously our GIF guest, Ruth Bright River. And she just like, kind of just like looks around and she just goes, it's a pleasure, I'm sure, gentlemen.
Pleasure.
Hello.
So, there's our guest, and obviously, the house. Now,
Really tall ceilings.
how about we take a nice little tour, courtesy of our little nervous halfling friend here?
I'm not nervous. Also, I don't know my way around.
I'm talking about Willsworth.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. The house. So you have entered here. This is the main lobby area. You have this grand staircase leading up to a second floor. And on the sides here, 2 hallways. This here is opened up, and you can kind of make out the fact that this is a bit of a sitting area with a conversation pit in it. And here you have 2 grand double doors. As you walked in, Vincent took your coats into this little closet here. If you need to relieve yourselves, the bathroom is on the other side of the closet, of course. So, shall we begin the tour?
I'm in.
Excellent, excellent. Willsworth begins to lead you guys to the right through these grand double doors, and you come into a glorious armory and gym. So while you guys walk in, you see like legendary suits of armor and things like that. They're all gleamed and shining as if they're meant to be displayed. Along the walls here, you have a variety of weapons, bows, swords, daggers, scimitars, even a couple of scythes and things like that. Then you have 2 aisles of shields and other small bits of armor and things like that.
Like helmets and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was really clear that the first owner, he was really fascinated with violence and killing. It seems like it was a great obsession of his. All of these weapons have been very, very well cleaned, probably just due to the fact he didn't want anybody to find all the blood.
Blood?
Oh yeah, he's violent. At least that's what the spirits told me after they murdered my brother and hid his body away.
How old is this armory? As old as the house, I'm sure, but is it? I mean, has this all been in here since the very beginning, or is this collected over time?
Oh, as far as I know, my brother was the last person to own the house officially in over 100 years. Otherwise, it'd been falling into a bit of disrepair. People kept keeping away from it due to the spirits.
Wait, so then your brother cleaned the armor, or was it already clean when he bought it?
It's been cleaned, I believe, for the party. Vincent seems to be a rather neat fellow.
So there was blood on it up until very recently.
No. Maybe.
You're contradicting
this.
yourself.
It's all right. Just let the man speak.
He continues to lead you guys in, and there's a great deal of weights.
You usually just need to wash your hands.
I'm a little worried about this.
So you see like a variety of weights. There's like bench lifts and things like that nature. Some of them are kind of rudimentary machines. Actually, they seem a little bit advanced for their time. Small shower here, and then lockers, and then this here is a lifted sparring mat, and there is an old polished like mahogany chest just sitting kind of in the middle of all of that.
Well, that seems ominous.
And he goes and he's like, well, you see, he had to remain physically fit in order to do all of the violence.
But what's the chest for?
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
So has the chest been there the entire time? It kind of ruins the sparring ring.
I don't know. I don't touch things that I'm not supposed to. At least things that they tell me not to.
So has it ever been opened? This is very troubling.
Well, anyway, and he starts like leading you guys away.
The chest. That's enough of the chest. Let's go.
He leads you guys back into the lobby, and he just goes ahead and is just like, that should complete our tour. Exits to the left. Get out.
That was only
Now.
one room.
Get out while you can.
I don't know. There's 10,000 gold on the line, and I could use it. So I think I'm gonna stick around.
10,000. He told me it was 1,000. Says the half elf, and then the tiefling just kind of perks up. 1,000. He said 1,500 for me. And then finally the doctor just.
You guys
paid for taxi fare.
You
There was
guys,
money involved in this.
you guys are getting paid.
I mean, I just kind of ended up here and he told me money.
You guys are getting paid.
Oh, Vincent, you son of a bitch. He just starts kind of fuming a little bit. You see a little bit like magic kind of crackling on his fingers a tad as he's staring daggers into Vincent.
I think, sir, you might want to calm down a little bit. And I pull out my loot.
Now, this is not a singing tour. Let's continue our tour, Doctor.
Can I accompany him with bird pipes?
Do not. Please don't. Not the bird pipes. Anything but the bird pipes.
I am proficient in bird pipes.
So,
right.
being forced to continue the tour with your ragtag group of now a little bit miffed friends. All right, so he continues to lead you down this little hallway here and opens the doors to the following. And as he opens the doors, you guys are greeted with the sight of a giant red dragon, its mouth open. And you also notice, though, that this red dragon is quite dusty, and there are actually patches of scales and such missing from him.
See, that's a full dragon.
Well, I could probably headbutt him, too.
I worry about that one's intelligence.
I worry about this entire group.
As you enter the room,
It'll be fine.
you get DJ. You get a little sense of like a headache and nausea every now and then, and it pulses just slightly, as if it's just like it's very inconsistent. Sometimes you feel really like a headache, sometimes you feel normal, sometimes you're feeling a little nauseous, and that's just as you're entering this room. The room smells very heavily of dust. It smells a lot of dirt, and there is a very, very strong chemical smell in the room. You also notice that among this giant dragon, there are a variety of little displays and things like that. Namely, there's this small glass case, and you see what you believe to be a beholder in it. There's also an owl bear, a small displacer beast, and then a very proud small group of kobolds. And then over here you see a large puddle of black.
Are they just free in the room, or are they like
they're taxidermied?
Oh, well, I know that, but what I mean, are they like just? Is it like a like a museum kind of thing where they're open, or are they behind glass, or some kind of protection to like keep them safe?
These large ones are just kind of like roped off. You see kind of like where the ropes are. So they have like these little fake nature things. They're kind of roped off. It's like a museum, but more of an open air museum. The beholder is in a glass case, and along this wall here, you see a glass case full of a lot of very small creatures.
Gotcha.
So things that are just like, your standard issue rabbits and birds of various types and things like that. A great deal of animals, essentially, in this room. But it smells very heavily of chemicals still. And then you have this puddle here.
Well, this is quite the collection.
Your cleaning crew is very inconsistent. This room's really dusty.
Well, yes. I mean, would you like to dust a red dragon? You know how difficult it is to dust something that was once alive and is now falling to pieces after a century of neglect?
I mean, they make dusters for that.
I'll have your people call my people.
I don't have people.
Pritchard leads you to this large puddle. And when he leads you to it, he just goes, "You better be careful when you're around here. The ghosts really like to gather here."
Oh, I thought you were going to say we could slip.
Yeah. And while you guys are sitting there, a little droplet kind of falls down and falls onto DJ's hand, and it burns slightly. But not like it's like hurting your skin, but like
dear goodness, what is that was something.
Yeah.
You should probably get the leak fixed.
What is that substance that is leaking here? It seems to be something dangerous.
Yes, you've been marked. You're going to be the first to die if you don't leave immediately.
So I'm not supposed to touch the puddle?
You don't really feel much of anything in the puddle. You notice that it's kind of moldy, but it seems to be kind of like a foam of sorts that has just kind of been let to set in the
Well, that's gross.
crown. Since you touched it, roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. Now you done it. Go.
2.
2! It's a puddle. It's on the ground. It may or may not have a cause. It could be coming from the ground, or not. How about you, DJ, after you've been burned a little bit by this foam? How much are you wanting to look into it?
I mean, I would like to at least kind of give it an observation. You described it pretty well, foamy thing. I don't really want to stick my hands in it, but I would like to maybe see if I could think or look it over.
Puddle.
Thank you.
Just helping out.
Out of 2.
A death puddle.
I mean, most puddles aren't alive.
Mostly I just like to kind of do a look over without touching it to see if there's anything that I can make out that stands out from it. You said foamy. Is it glowing? Does it seem toxic or anything? Making any kind of sounds or sizzling, burning sounds like acid would do? Anything that stands out that makes me more likely to understand
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
it's what is the word I want to use? It's composition. That's what I'm looking for. Investigation. So let's be at 12 with, let's see, 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, you notice that the puddle itself seems to be coming from the thing that was dripping down on you. While you are looking, you notice that built into the roof very intricately, there appears to be some kind of water system, kind of like a fire extinguishing system, but it's dripping this arcane foam. And part of the chemical smell that you're smelling is this foam. And what you notice is that when you are touched by the foam touches you, it eliminates your connection to the arcane.
Interesting. Like an arcane biohazard spray.
Yep.
Well,
And the entire museum seems to have this system in place.
well, that's a very interesting thing. I believe I have discovered that this fluid here on the floor is used in some kind of contraption to keep this place magic free. Or at least to cleanse it of any kind of enchantments or arcane magics.
So it's a special puddle?
Yes. Well,
Oh.
specifically the fluid that created the puddle is special. I imagine once it's been sitting there long enough, it may not be as potent.
Well, that seems to be in line with the original
It's just
owner of
really
the house.
crusty.
Very interesting. All right, I'm ready to move on.
As you guys exit here, you take a right down this hall here, and you guys enter into... Where is it? There it is. I'll get better at this. You enter into a library. The library, you notice, is just lined with a great deal of books on all sides on various topics. There are some 4 foot high shelves that line here, 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 and here, all leading to a couple of reading chairs and a small fireplace. One of the chairs is clearly more worn down than the other.
That's a lot of books.
Well, of course, if you're going to be reclusive and violent, how else are you supposed to entertain all the voices in your head, except for a variety of books?
Keep saying violent.
Yes, like all the spirits here that are very active, you should leave.
But you also said you didn't know the former owner before your brother. So how do you know he was violent?
I mean, you'll see later. I showed you his armory full of all these dangerous weapons, and look at this library. This very menacing library full of books.
Can you not read?
That's none of your business.
Are you intimidated by the books because you can't read?
Just get out of the house!
To be fair, knowledge is a dangerous thing in the wrong hands.
But they're books.
You said that one... It
I mean, you
seems
could
that
hit
one
people's
chair
books.
is more worn than the other. I'm guessing he didn't have very many visitors.
Of course not. They were all dead. Like you'll be soon.
Are there any signs around the chairs of like a struggle, blood, combat, any kind of signs that someone else has ever been in there, or that obviously one's more worn, he sits there a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an investigation.
16.
16? The room appears to be pretty mundane, actually. As you're looking through, the room appears to be very well organized. So each shelf itself is pretty, like I said, it's very well organized. There doesn't appear to have been any violence in here or any kind of sense of struggle.
And then when did your brother acquire the house?
3 years.
Did you kill your brother for that house?
No.
Okay.
The only other question I have, sir, being as this is such an interesting place, how long was it in your brother's possession before his passing?
Oh, not long. The ghosts, they didn't like him very much, unlike me. They don't like anyone. Except me. Everybody should leave. Except me.
I'm starting to think his voice is his head.
Well, sir,
friend.
should we continue with the tour?
Absolutely.
Did the shelves go all the way to the ceiling?
As you're looking around, this is actually a 2-story room. There appears to be kind of like this balcony that you can't really see over. But it does go up another floor, it seems. You can take a quick look.
I'll take a
Sir.
Okay, here, give me an investigation check.
3.
There are books.
Do you have no modifiers in investigation?
It's like a -1 or
I have a
something on
0.
investigation.
Oh,
I have a
glory.
0 for investigation.
Okay, I will
There's
take.
books. They're on the bookshelf
I will
where
take
they belong.
Yeah,
a look.
that sounds
Well,
great.
I'm going to ask. What about the former owner? Anything that you would know that would help us? Just kind of curious if there's anything here that he might have. Give us some idea of the home and the past and the history here that's unknown.
Are any of the books more worn?
That's a good question.
That's something that you can give a perception check or a history check. Give me a history check. Is that better? Well, I don't know what your modifiers are.
My modifiers are in acrobatics, athletics, intimidation, and stealth.
While you guys
11.
while you guys are in the, I forgot to mention this. As you guys are in the museum, you notice this portrait in the museum near the beholder. It's like displayed near it. And then while you guys are in the study, over the fireplace, you see this picture.
Is that the former owner?
Oh yeah, that's him. He was the one that owned the house first. The
Do
one
you know
that-
his name?
Oh, I think his name was something like Bridgewater Grey Murder.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, Bridgerton Greybearder.
Grandbearder.
Is this a fake house?
I would
Give me a quick perception check. Both, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is making me nervous. This is nervous. This is making me nervous. Oh, glory.
4.
7.
You can kind of make out that Ruth, the tiefling, kind of whispers something to herself.
That seems important. Miss Ruth, do you have any light to shed on this character? Does he seem familiar to you? I've seen you've been pretty quiet. Just interested to hear your opinion.
She just kind of looks around a little bit. You seem a trustworthy guy. The original owner of the house was a man by the name of Bartholomew Greymane. He was an adventurer.
That seems far more accurate than Grey Murder.
He was known for being very brilliant, albeit slightly reclusive.
Wait, are you saying we're not good company with each other?
No.
Or do you not trust Ruth?
What are you whispering about? The ghost like it?
Did the ghosts like it?
No, I was saying Miss Ruth seems pretty nice.
Oh.
Don't. Stop it.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Just a little tall.
I would like to look through the library and just see if there are any like extra worn books, if there's anything that could give me some light on this character, especially since I now have a name to go on. I'm looking. This place was well used, so
Yeah, absolutely.
this man must have spent a lot of time in here.
Most of these are worn. The odd thing is that there is one book that does not appear to be very well worn, and it is it's a pamphlet, not a pamphlet. It's like an instruction manual on the arcane, and specifically when it comes to spirits and exorcism.
I will try to pull that book.
Okay. While you're reaching for the book, Willsworth walks over and he just slaps your hand. No, don't mess with any of the books. They don't like that. They really don't like that when you mess with things. We should move on before we get too tempted.
Can I touch that book?
Absolutely not. And he
As
kind
he
of
heads
herds
up
you
to-
guys out of the
Yeah.
library.
Hang back and try to touch it.
No. He's herded you out of the library.
Okay.
So you guys are back out in the lobby, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to lead you to the stairs. He takes you up the stairs. So he leads you guys up to this second flight of stairs, and there's
I think we missed a room.
balcony like around here. And then there's a door to the left, there's a door to the front, and there's a door over here. You notice that the balcony kind of leads off, and you can kind of see into the top half of the museum from the second floor. He leads you to the right and into this room. And this room, you see a very, very large 4-poster bed, a absolutely astonishingly massive fireplace. This appears to be some kind of closet, a writing desk, a chair, and this all is open to the museum. He begins to lead you around. So this was the master bedroom of the former owner of the house. He really liked fire, probably to get rid of all of the bodies. And he leads you around, and there's this huge, massive bathtub with like multiple waterfall fountains and a toilet directly across from it. And then 2 sinks. The room in and of itself smells really dusty, as if it hasn't really been used in a very, very, very long time.
Did your brother not stay here?
Oh, I think, actually that's why he died. He slept in here, and it really angered the spirit.
Uh-huh.
Is the spirit talking to you now?
Are the spirits around you? Can you point them out? Tell me. Hey, show me on the doll where the spirits touched you.
Oh, I hope not.
Jeez.
Anyway,
Wait, but
and
how do you know they're angry then?
he just sneaks around, and he's like, now he's standing like behind the giant beefcake dude. And anyway, you don't ask questions. I like you.
But I do ask questions.
I said he doesn't.
Oh, you like him, not me.
The tour continues! And he starts like leading you guys, like ushering you very quickly out of this room. Back outside and across the hall. And here are the guest rooms. These you can see that he kept all of these in here, probably just to store as many victims as possible.
I mean, it just kind of seems like he's really nice. There's beds and everything. Why would you be nice to people if you're going to kill them?
Because because he was a sick man.
You didn't even know him.
Oh, I know his spirit. It's violent. So violent. You should leave.
But you said But you said the spirits didn't like him, so why would he still be here as a spirit?
The original owner?
Yeah.
No,
No, the spirits
he
doesn't
is
like
the
his brother.
spirits. He's part of the spirits.
Wouldn't the spirits not want the person that killed them here?
I don't know. Maybe they fear him too much because he's so violent and evil.
That checks out.
Oh, it does.
But you do notice that like each and every single one of these rooms is like 6 feet across, 12 feet deep. It is a drastically different room type than the master, which had literally an 18 by 18 foot bed.
18 by 18 foot is insane.
I mean, this is a pretty big room.
Have you heard of the Alaskan King? Have you heard of the Navy King? Have you heard of the King of Kings? The Emperor Bed. 18 by 18. The largest thing you've ever seen.
All right, continuing on the tour.
It took me so long to get to the middle.
Takes 20 maids on either side to make the bed.
We're continuing. He continues to lead you guys out and then into the second floor of the library. You notice as you walk in that there are a couple more shelves. These appear to be mainly like really, really well-worn fiction books. And then there's a couple of other books along here. And then you notice a variety of books and papers and all sorts of stuff laid out on the desks. This is a balcony it leads down, so this is the same first floor as was before.
With the worn chairs towards the edge, yep.
Yep.
So have those papers just been there all this time?
I wouldn't dare touch them. Like I said, don't touch anything. The spirits don't like it when you touch things. Don't do it. You look tempted. We're leaving. And he proceeds to lead all of you guys out of the library as quickly as possible.
Let me touch the things.
Well, let me touch the chest. Well, let me touch the... Oh, he did let me touch the ooze. I don't think he saw me touch the ooze.
So he leads you down the stairs here. You see here like giant conversation pit and a fireplace with like a little stage. And then there's a little stage over here as well with like a piano and some instruments and stuff. He takes you guys towards the stairs. Now I'm going to warn you now that this is the worst part of the house. If you're weak of stomach, you should leave. He proceeds to lead you guys into the basement.
Oh, there's a basement. That's nice.
And he leads you down these stairs here and opens this door. DJ, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. $17.
Okay, you can definitely tell that although it is not functioning 100% properly, there appears to be some kind of arcane magic blocking technology at work with the doorway.
Interesting.
So as you're walking into here, it seems like the entire basement has this suppressing... it suppresses all magical.
You could tell something's off. I feel like
That's a nice door.
It is a really nice door. You want to take a closer look at it?
Yeah.
All right, give me an investigation check. At advantage since you suck.
You tell me what kind of character building.
oh, glory.
Lucky.
Oh, shoot. You rolled one.
14.
Okay. You notice that the wood around the door is pretty intricate, but there clearly is a couple of small devices on them. They seem to be like these little like steampunk boxes, and they have little dishes on them, and the dishes are like slowly cranking back and forth.
That seems like a bad thing.
You want to touch it?
Yeah.
You don't feel anything.
Oh. Hey, look at these boxes. They turn.
I think I'm
Are
not
we-
going to touch anything you touched, just because the last time you touched something, it was acidy and birdy.
It wasn't burning. It was crusty.
As you guys walk into the room,
Okay.
Willsworth goes over to this vat. The original owner of the house, he really liked experimenting with beverages, and because the beverages he made were really bad, eventually it made him snap, and all the fumes got to him, so he decided to make an acid pit to get rid of the bodies.
So that's a pit of acid?
Yeah. but it's closed.
Oh.
Big, thick wood block. There's also seems to be a
Wait, so it's just a
desk
closed
over
door?
here and then a wall.
Has anyone opened the door?
I wouldn't do that. It's an acid pit.
But what if it's not an acid pit?
It is an acid pit.
How do you know it's an acid pit if you...
It's an acid pit.
But you keep saying you don't touch anything.
Why do you think the spirits got mad? I touched a couple of things, okay? That's an acid pit. You don't want to open that.
You said the spirits got mad at your brother, not you.
Well, the spirits are mad at everybody who touches things. They like me, but they didn't like the fact that I opened up the acid pit.
Well, how do we know it's an acid pit?
Because I looked and told me there was an acid pit.
I don't trust
What
you.
do you want?
While you two
I want to open the door.
While you two are arguing, I have the door open.
Give me a strength check.
See?
I attempt, I should
Can we
say.
just open the door?
Oh
It's
boy.
supposed to be a tour.
It's, 15 minus 1 strength.
You were able to lift it up just enough to see that there definitely is like a green acid
Ooh.
of sorts.
Yeah, it's acid.
Oh, okay, cool.
I told you it was acid, and I told you not to touch anything. Well, you're already marked, so you definitely are going to die first. I don't like you.
But, I mean, it was supposed to be part of a tour. Don't you usually open things on tours?
No,
Well, you're a bad tour guide.
I'm your only tour guide.
Is there anything else of
I
interest
mean,
that you would
could
like
just
to
let
show us
us
in the
look
basement?
around.
Well, over here, you have a really nice cleaning closet full of cleaning supplies to wipe up the blood from the murders.
I mean, do you use these cleaning supplies? Because it doesn't seem like it.
That hurts. He continues to lead you on, sobbing softly.
I mean, the museum was so dusty. They even had that crusty stuff on the floor.
And I thought I was the one with vicious mockery.
and
Takes 4 points of damage due to the sound.
Wait. So, what are the other rooms in the basement?
yeah, we're going to continue the tour. All right, so as you guys leave the cleaning closet, you notice that like there's more books and stuff along here, but there's like this wall. He just decides to lead you guys straight on over here, and he opens the door up, and it is a delightful little bathroom. Has a little shower and a toilet and a sink and a washing machine, a drying machine, a clothes rack, a pit, like an incinerator, and then a door right behind this very large metal shelf. And he leads you through this door into the thing of your nightmares. This room, as you guys walk in, give me Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. 10.
5.
Lucky, you're not so lucky. You throw up. Just throw up. The smell in this room is beyond disgusting. It smells
What's
of
his name
death,
again?
decay, and blood.
What's whose name?
The other halfling.
Willsworth?
Willsworth, yes. Willsworth, I'm gonna go back to the cleaning room for a moment.
Don't touch anything.
But do you want me to just leave that puke? I thought it would help you.
Yeah, you should clean up the puke.
Okay, so I gotta touch the stuff in the cleaning room
But
then.
don't touch anything.
How am I supposed to clean it if I can't touch it?
With your hands.
What he said.
Okay. I'll be right. You know what? I'll be right back.
No!
With your hands.
No! I tell him, I intimidate him and say, no, not with my hands. Not with my hands.
Of all the things to intimidate someone over, I will not pick up my own puke with my hands. You, sir, are a monster.
Okay, I'll re-roll that, or
No, that counts.
What was your intimidation check?
9.
He seems a little bit shaken, and he's just like, I guess a cleaning bucket wouldn't upset the spirits too much.
Okay,
Just don't touch anything else.
well, I'm gonna go grab a rag
Yeah,
and maybe some spray.
I'll go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
As you guys are in here, though, you notice that there's like a very, very large pool of blood, and there appears to be blood coming out of some of these cages. So there's these very large cages, the largest of cages, and then a lot of these little itty-bitty cages have a lot of blood coming out of some of them. There's a lot of disarray and dishevel, and this desk also appears to have been recently kind of torn apart.
So this all, as I'm looking around, this all looks like this has been used. This is more used than other parts of the house. This actually looks like somebody's been using this. It's not all deserted and left unattended.
You do notice that in the basement specifically, there are a couple of places that appear to have been used very recently.
So
Are these
Willsworth?
cages, can we see in the cages like they're bars? Or are these like enclosed areas with just blood seeping out of them?
So they're like kind of open cages. It appears as though they're a bit like observation kind of cages, like you would find at like a vet.
Is it leaking or dried?
The blood mostly is dried. The blood here appears to be drying, but there's so much of it. It has been around for a very, very long time. That's actually the main cause of the smell. It smells like decay and old blood. But also you notice that this desk has very recently been kind of thrown around a bunch. Like, both of these have been looked through very recently.
Willsworth,
Yes?
did you touch the desk?
No, I don't touch anything.
Well, it looks like someone touched it.
Well, I mean, the Laurens were in here earlier. They said that they wanted to look at a house, although they came separately. So, one came a little earlier yesterday, and the other one came earlier today. And they were very adamant that they wanted to look around the house alone.
Where are they now?
They're with you. They're in the group. Yeah, they're the Tabaxis. Yeah. Vincent, Lauren, and
his wife.
Annabelle Frostbitch.
Vincent?
Is that actually,
Vincent.
is that actually her name?
That's how Vincent introduced you.
That's a
Vincent?
fair point. I never actually,
Yeah.
I had never refuted it. I just accepted it as fact.
Vincent, did you touch it?
I will neither confirm or deny.
But if you touched it,
I will
Willsworth...
have a lawyer present before I tell you anything further.
No. Willsworth said the spirits would get angry.
Then I didn't touch it. If it would make the spirits angry, we wouldn't want that.
I mean, yeah, but there's also
Wouldn't
stuff
we?
to look at.
What?
Aren't you curious?
Do you
I'm
remember
always
that time,
curious.
that fun we had when you poisoned me?
Yes. I
Also,
remember.
did you hack a hairball in the drain?
Maybe. No. How familiar are you with science?
Are you asking as the...
I'm asking just either one of you as characters, have you dealt a lot with science?
I'm a bard, so no.
I'm a monk.
There's a
I
whole
know
bunch of stuff.
fisticuffs.
Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of things.
I know the
And
science
it
of
appears to have
it.
been ransacked recently. Biggest thing is that there is a giant jar that has fallen off and shattered.
That's...
Mr. Clerk, can you make the smell go away? Mr. Clerk?
He just kind of stares and he just goes, "Sure. Once Vincent leaves, I'm sure a lot of things won't smell as dastardly."
Okay, that's something to tell him about in private.
Oh, yeah. Go to hell.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk to him about personal hygiene. I meant
I
the
can talk to him about a lot of things. Personal hygiene among them. Some of them might include things like, oh yeah, maybe you shouldn't forget people, especially in dangerous circumstances. And he storms out of the room.
Oh,
Hey, Vincent, what is he talking about?
Oh, I have no idea, my dear boy.
Mrs. Frostbitch.
Yes.
Why did she answer to that name?
Do you know why he stormed off?
I mean, personally, I understand that Vincent can be a very trying person. He probably left because he sensed that Vincent is just a rat bastard in disguise as a tabaxi.
Oh, is that Vincent's last name? Rat Bastard?
Should be.
Mr. Rat Bastard?
Nobody answers.
Why is... I'm wondering why she answers.
Sorry, Mrs. Frostbitch. She didn't like it.
What's her first name again? I'm sorry. I forgot.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. Miss Annabelle, if that's not too forward. I would hope that your last name is not truly Frostbitch, but you do seem to answer to it. I am so sorry. But do you share your husband's last name?
No! I don't share almost anything with him. And my last name is Smith. It's as plain as the dirt on your shoes!
Why are you answering? Wait, your last name is Smith? I thought it was Mrs. Smith, Frostbitch.
And she just leaves like...
Miss Rosa, why is everyone leaving?
Rosa?
Oh, not Rosa.
There's Ruth Bright River.
Miss Ruth, why is everyone leaving?
I would assume, Lucky, it's because you're quite unlucky in social situations.
Yeah, I don't like
She
being
means you're
called Lucky
stupid.
either.
Anyway,
Everyone just kind of calls me Lucky, but my name's Lester. I'm not sure why.
I don't either. Alright, so as all of this...
Character mystery.
As all of these people are starting to leave and they walk out, is there anything further you guys would like to look
Why
into?
do they call me Lucky?
You always
All right.
call me Lucky.
Back to the game.
Yes.
Sorry.
I would. I mean, that's pretty clear. I don't think so.
Okay. So as you guys leave the basement, you guys are brought into the dining room.
To eat right after smelling and witnessing that, because that
Yeah.
was a brilliant plan.
Well, you see, I always assumed that the only way to really get rid of an unappetizing image is by having an appetizing dinner.
I mean, I do have some I have some room.
I feel like if you ever do a
I'm a
tour of this
little
house in the
peckish now.
future, you should probably start with the basement, but that's just...
Oh, I never intend to be back here again.
Oh, are you
Personally,
selling it?
It's not my house. I'm renting it for the evening. At a very high cost.
Oh, you're Vincent.
Yes.
But you're not buying it?
No, why would I buy this?
Woolsworth
What?
said you were interested in a house.
What? No.
Wait, who's speaking now? This is Vincent?
Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking to Vincent.
Vincent.
The Tabaxi.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's renting it from the guy that's giving the tour.
Yeah, he's renting it from Willsworth.
Okay.
As you're in here, you notice it's a huge table, and there are a lot of plates and platters and things like that, and then one lonely plate on the other end. Over here, you notice that there is a large portrait. That portrait is this one.
Oh, it's Mr. Greywater again.
He seems to have a lot of portraits in this house of an eerie nature.
I mean, it was his house. People usually like pictures of themselves.
But pictures of themselves in a compromising position seems to be an interesting choice.
All right, so all of you guys go and
I
sit
don't think
down
they're
for
inappropriate.
dinner.
Not inappropriate.
You said compromising.
I didn't
Anyway.
mean it that way.
As the party and Vincent gather in the dimly lit dining room, the tension already thick as they discuss how they plan to survive the evening. Annabelle stands, and she walks over to a grand mirror that's right here, right across from this chair. Big mirror. She stands in front of this mirror. She begins to look around and proceeds to do the following monologue. Well, Vincent, darling, isn't it just delightful how the house is embracing its mysterious nature tonight? There's something so charming about the idea of a haunted evening, don't you think? The creaks in the floor, the whispers in the walls, it all adds to the ambiance. And here we are, surrounded by such potential. Imagine if the spirits of this old place decided to take an active interest in our little gathering. How fascinating. I've heard that in a house with such history, the ghosts might be a little more hands-on than one might expect. It's almost poetic, isn't it? The thought of the house itself, rather than mere traps, deciding to take matters into its own hands. It'd be just like the stories where the restless spirits find their own form of justice. So, Vincent, enjoy the evening. I'm sure the atmosphere will provide plenty of excitement. And if by chance the house has its own plans, well, let's just say it's all part of the show. Here's to the night, to the unexpected, and to whatever the house has in store. Cheers, my dear. And may the spirits have their fun. She proceeds to sneer, and as she sneers, the mirror behind her begins to ripple as though it's made of liquid instead of glass. Suddenly, shadowy spectral arms shoot out from the mirror, grabbing her by the wrists and ankles. Before anyone can react, the arms yank her back into the mirror. For a brief, horrific moment, her body stretches unnaturally as her limbs disappear into the glass. The mirror distorts as though it's swallowing her whole, and with a final sickening crack, she's wrenched through the surface entirely. As the mirror stills, everyone stares in stunned silence until blood begins to pour out of the mirror's frame, running down the sides and surface and pooling on the floor. The mirror shimmers through the veil of blood with an eerie light, clearly something otherworldly. The smell of iron fills the air. Suddenly, the mirror cracks and then explodes, sending jagged shards flying across the room, and from the center of the frame falls Annabelle's lifeless, mangled body, mutilated beyond recognition. Her face is twisted in terror, and it's obvious she didn't die a quick or painless death.
Miss Smith? Miss...
Annabelle!
Oh no! Vincent! Vincent, look!
He just kind of takes a look.
That was not nice, Vincent. Apologize.
Vincent, that's your wife on the floor.
Is it? Oh. Sure.
Vincent, apologize.
For what? Her being a cold, frosted bitch?
You told me her name was Frostbird Smith. That was not nice.
Oh well.
It's actually Frost Bitch Smith.
I don't think I like you anymore, Vincent.
Oh, that's a shame. I mean, she didn't like me very much either. I mean,
Well, while the arguing is going on, I would like to investigate the corpse.
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, poor Miss Frostbird.
Nat 28.
28? You rolled a nat 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you're investigating, you notice that the mirror had kind of become this like weird arcane conduit of sorts. The body is 100% Annabelle. And she is dead. And she appears to have died a very slow and agonizing death.
Sorry, hold on.
And it appears as though most of her injuries come from a variety of different claws and weapons and teeth and things like that. It's all very scattered. But she was very, very mangled. But yeah, it's Annabelle, and she is dead.
Mr. Clark, can you help her?
I'm sorry, son. I don't know what to tell you, but she's dead. I ain't no necromancer.
No, but I saw Clark raise a dude from the dead once, right?
Yes, a necromancer.
No. Cleric, not necromancer.
I can't raise anybody from the dead.
I'm pretty sure that she is very dead.
I don't think she'd want to come back after that. Would you want to come back after that, being sucked through the hells of mirrors?
I mean, I'd rather be back than dead.
I don't know. I think I'd rather stay dead.
Yeah, but if you're dead, you can't go on.
I would like to investigate the mirror.
Yeah.
What's
okay.
left of it?
Well, okay, so the mirror, it appears as though the mirror itself has a bit of a... It's been manipulated arcanically very recently. Probably just the after effects of whatever grabbed her from the mirror.
Does it seem safe or that it would harm us? I just want to make sure that it's not still actively a threat.
No, it doesn't seem like it's really actively a threat, but as you are looking through the mirror, you hear just kind of like a menacing...
Okay.
Mr. Woolsworth,
Yes.
was that one of the spirits?
Yeah. Yeah. Get out! Let's leave!
But can we get out?
And just as you say that, all of the windows shut. All of the doors shut. Everything around you closes in. And there is now no escape.
Huh. Mr. Woolsworth? Has this happened before?
Actually, no. Nope. Can't say it has.
So it didn't happen with your brother?
Nope.
But you said he died here.
We're going to.
But how'd your brother die?
I don't know. It's fake.
Fake?
We're all going to die. There's no reason to be any less
Was that
unhonest.
a Freudian slip? I want
Did you just
to...
say your brother didn't die?
No, he didn't exist. We exist. We need to get out.
Is he lying
don't have a
about his
brother?
brother?
You don't have a brother?
No.
But who owned the house?
I don't know. Some dude. It's a big, nice house. All abandoned. Up on the ninth top of the hill. And you know what? I was 4 months away from squatters' rights.
Oh. How do you know the house was abandoned?
Holy jeez!
Nobody was here. I walked in. Nobody was here.
What if they were just on vacation?
They weren't. It's well known that this house is pretty abandoned.
Wait. You just took over this random abandoned house and invited people into it?
No, he offered me a shit ton of gold to let people in here, and I decided to scare
you
off.
know about this?
Vincent?
No, I didn't know about these. I just heard it was a haunted house.
Wait, Mr. Woolsworth, where have you been sleeping then?
I prefer not to discuss my arrangements.
Have you been sleeping on the dragon?
No. It's too scaly.
Are you sleeping on the bugbear?
No.
Are you sleeping in the house somewhere that is not a bed? Because I think that you've been sleeping in the house somewhere that is not a bed.
The owlbear's really cuddly.
Oh, God. Well, everyone, what are we to do now? Because this is a
The only
pickle.
one that was clean.
Hmm?
Is that why the owlbear was the only one that was clean?
Maybe.
Well, what are we all going to do now? Because we are in a pickle. I haven't heard anything from Miss Tiefling over there. Anna's her name, right?
Ruth.
Ruth. Oh my gosh.
Ruth
Ruth.
Miss Ruth. She's really nice.
Ruth Bright River.
What do you think about all this, Ruth?
Oh, actually, I'm actually quite surprised that there would be a spirit in here, knowing a little bit about the owner of the house. I'm here actually to investigate. I guess since we're going to get rid of any pretenses here, I'm here actually to investigate Vincent Lauren in a slew of robberies. I believe that he is Silken Shadow.
Are you saying he's a cat burglar?
Yes.
Mr. Vincent. Mr. Vincent.
Yes! Yes!
Mr. Vincent.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Are you a cat burglar?
I've been known to dabble from time to time in a variety of adventures. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a cat burglar. More of a legendary aficionado of adventure.
Wait.
Well, since we're dropping all pretenses, I am actually the most famous bard of the land. I'm not. I'm just here for the money. I'm sorry, I can't even. Really, I just wanted the money. I don't know what's going on
I hope
here.
that you weren't going to be very fanciful. In fact, I paid both of you to come here because you both have a reputation of not being very good adventurers. People would have asked questions if you hadn't survived the evening.
Well, that's not nice.
I was your position of very good, sir. I've been on tons of adventures. I'm just not very adventurous.
I've been in quite a
I've
few
never left
parties.
town.
I'm not here to argue with you. I'm just letting you know.
Wait.
I brought you here.
Just because I never left the starting zone doesn't mean that I don't matter.
Wait, but Mr. Cleric,
What?
if Vincent's a robber, are you a robber too?
Not anymore.
Oh, yay.
After I worked with the Silken Shadow, and he left me for dead.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the bastard forgot my name, called me up randomly, and offered to pay for taxi fare for me to come up here.
What
to
is your
die,
name?
I guess.
What is your name?
His name is actually Dr. Davian Thorn.
Okay, Mr. Thorn.
Form.
Thorn?
M. Form. Do you need another pen? Like,
Yeah, we
Are
want.
are you all actually like struggling over there? Like, what happened to your pen?
I don't know. I had one when we started.
Passing them.
Well, now you and I are going to be passing that one around.
Okay, wait, here.
Oh,
You
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now he's gonna.
There's one right there.
Now
Oh,
he's.
yeah.
Now he's gonna.
No, right there.
Wait.
Now he's
Right
gonna
here.
spit on his
Right
finger
there.
and rub
Oh.
his finger on the paper.
Oh, I was gonna bite my finger and just write in blood. It seems thematically.
Anyway.
correct.
No writing on the tablets in blood. Last time we did that, we summoned something. It took a long time to get rid of it.
It seems thematically
Actually, you didn't
correct.
smear blood on it. Technically, you smeared a whole bunch of meat juice on it. Took possession of the invisible man.
Wait, Mr. Half-Elf?
Yes.
Are you also a burglar?
No. Actually, I'm what you might call an entertainer.
Is that why you didn't know what the other half of the dragon was?
Maybe.
Do you actually know how to fight?
Oh, I mean, I am a legendary gladiator / professional wrestler.
Isn't that another word for fake?
I will have you know, sir, that I put my life on the line every day for your entertainment pleasure.
But
I just gave him a southern accent, didn't I?
Now you have to do it.
Well, no, but I gave Form a southern accent trying to
did?
distinguish him more. I'm not a professional voice actor, for those of you watching.
I forgot we were recording this. I was just going with it.
But yes, I'm not a professional voice actor. From here out, Vincent, I will continue to try to do as close to Vincent Price as I can, which is not good.
My paranoid self pulls out a knife and threatens them all. I'm joking. I don't do that. I just.
All right, continuing on though, you guys asked Ruth what she
Don't
thought
take me on
about
that,
it.
it's bad.
So Ruth says that she's not very she was more surprised to find that there's actually spirits in the house, considering the nature of Bartholomew's life. So the fact that there's spirits here is highly irregular and definitely not like a ghost situation. She does know that the house should be full of plenty of little secrets and things like that, considering Bartholomew was known as a genius. He was highly advanced, highly brilliant for his time period, and she's pretty confident that if you look through the house, you'll probably find a way out creatively. If you were Bartholomew, what would you do?
Wasn't there that one book that wasn't worn? And it wasn't that about Arcana?
Yes, there was a book that was Arcana Rituals, and it was about
that was in
spirits.
character.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Maybe that book would help us.
I don't believe that we're dealing with a spirit necessarily.
But the mirror
Bartholomew
went
is the
boom.
only person who ever died in this house.
The mirror went boom.
The mirror did go boom. I don't believe it was a ghost.
I'm not saying it's a ghost, but didn't magic make it go?
The book you're referring to is about spirits. Ghosts. How to exorcise them.
Oh.
I don't believe that we're dealing with a ghost.
Maybe there's another book in the library that can help.
Certainly.
Okay.
Should we all go to the library then?
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Do we want to stay in groups together, or do we want to separate?
I wouldn't trust anybody in this group to separate.
I trust Miss Ruth. She seems nice.
I don't know. I personally think that we should probably take a look in the basement. That probably would have some of the more interesting notes.
To be fair, the basement was the place that had the most recent scrubbing, I would say.
Perhaps
What
we
about
can
the
find
mystery
it.
chest?
Do not open anything.
Yeah, probably safe not to open the. So Vincent kind of pipes up here. He's like, "Well, I didn't realize that Annabelle had been here before, but I certainly, in my time alone in the house, may or may not have set some traps to try to kill Annabelle."
Did you set the mirror trap?
No, actually, I'm very pissed about that. I went through all of that effort to try to kill her, and I just wanted to watch as the life drained out of her eyes! And it was taken from me. That rusty bitch.
Mr. Vincent,
Yes?
you're gonna tell us where the traps are.
Of course.
Leave it to a man of honesty to feel betrayed that he was unable to kill the one person he wanted to kill more than anything.
He doesn't seem very honest.
Well, he's
Well,
very
you should
upset
do an
he didn't
insight
get to
check.
commit murder, so I trust him at least in that
You
regard.
can always attempt an insight check.
Insight check.
Here we go. Should I even do
Nat
Should I
one.
lucky it?
Nat
Yeah, you can lucky it.
one.
Lucky! 7.
I mean, he seems to be being very, very honest and real, and it doesn't seem like he's putting on a play, but at the same time, you were also very moved by your youngest nephew's stint as a tree in school play.
He was so good in it.
You actually thought he was a tree.
It
So,
was magnificent. It was the smallest tree, but he had the biggest spirit.
so he could be putting on an act.
Mr. Vincent,
Yes?
did you put the big treasure chest in the sparring room?
No, I didn't do that. In fact, I don't think I saw it there.
Mr. Woolsworth?
Whoa, 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 what was that? I don't believe I saw that there. I would like to call him on that bluff.
What bluff?
Insight check.
That's up to him.
Oh, true. Right.
You want to call him on a bluff?
Well, I would like to.
Just his statement.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really like insight worthy. It is just like a statement in passing. You can ask him about it.
Well, what I mean specifically is he's like, I don't believe I saw. It's not the fact that he denies putting it there. It's that he denies he ever saw it.
Okay, you can ask him about it.
Yeah. Did you not see the big chest in the room?
If I'm being entirely honest, I was looking for places to set traps, and I knew Annabelle, and Annabelle is interested in many things. One of which is not anything to do with physical fitness.
That's fair, I suppose.
So I didn't think I would be able to get her alone to set off a trap in the gym.
Mr. Woolsworth?
What?
Did you put the box there?
No! The box has always been there. I have spent most of my time with Owlie.
You know, if you really wanted to clean the house, you should clean the house. You should have cleaned it.
He named it. Oh, you named it. Why would you name it?
Squatters' rights. You have to improve it.
Oh, glory.
You don't just live there. You have to improve it too.
It's pretty easy to improve things when it's been abandoned for a very, very long time.
I have a suggestion.
Yes?
I say we go to the basement, but on our way there, we stop by the armory.
Okay.
Oh, right. You guys need things to fight.
So, as you guys enter the armory, let me change our map here. Since we are no longer in the
Dining room of
dining room of
9 hells. Dear gosh, that was a terrifying description.
Oh, yeah. What was for dinner?
You don't remember. Nobody remembers.
Yeah, we're not focused on the food no more.
Okay, so here's the armory. As you walk in, you notice that there are a couple of these suits. They're very, very shiny. They seem to be almost new. Vincent begins to approach one of them that is particularly shiny.
Let him touch it.
Yeah, okay. What?
Are you raising your hand?
It's what my character would do. I'm sorry.
Mr. Vincent,
Yes.
are there traps in here that you set?
That I said personally, no. But
But can you find traps?
Oh no.
he just takes a look around and just goes, "Oh, Mother in Heaven."
What?
And he's just like looking around and like as he's looking around, he just like like he's just like getting more and more shocked and appalled.
Mr. Vincent?
We're in the death maze.
Are you saying
She hated me.
Are you saying I shouldn't touch this?
What are you about to touch?
Well, the suits of armor.
No, my dear fellow. Don't touch anything that's too shiny.
Okay.
Annabelle knew I enjoyed the shiny things.
What about
And a lot of things in here are very shiny.
Very interesting.
Is there a hand crossbow?
There are hand crossbows and any weapon really that you want. There is at least one or two of them.
Specifically,
the
there's a
half-elf
lot
walks
of...
up and he grabs a hand crossbow, and then he proceeds to like try to make himself as small as possible behind Lucky.
Was there another one next to that one?
Let me go with you.
I forgot his name.
I will grab just an old dagger
His
from...
Lance.
I'll grab an old dagger
Lance
from the back.
Scholler.
An old dagger. Not a shiny one. Just something simple from the back from the old days.
Okay, you grab a dagger. You now have a dagger.
I'll also grab a hand crossbow.
You have a hand crossbow.
I'm rolling it. Okay.
crossbow.
All right, so to the basement, I would say.
All right, as you guys enter the
Carefully. Very carefully.
you guys follow the same path that you guys went down there at, because that seemed to be pretty safe. And where is it?
There is no basement. The basement's gone. We go to the basement. It no longer exists.
The basement actually might not exist.
No.
I'm
Basement's
not very
alive.
good with computers. There it is,
Basement's alive.
basement.
Basement.
Boom! You're in the basement.
The basement.
Here's the basement.
Mr. Vincent,
Yes.
what were you looking for earlier in the basement?
When you ransacked it, sir.
Oh, well, let's just say that you see that overturned stool over
Yeah.
there by the pile of blood? If Annabelle had grabbed it, it would have pushed her into that pile of disgusting old blood.
So the stool
Very
pushes
proud of
people,
yourself.
Yes.
and she was going to disintegrate you from the poker up?
Well, I poke her out, but yes.
You might want to get better at traps.
I will say, sir, your taste in traps seems to be significantly lacking compared to your spouse, who was recently deceased. It's not a slight against you, sir. I feel like maybe you had some
Yeah, Miss Frost,
latent
Miss Smith
feelings
was
where
very
that was
nice.
protecting you from
Yeah.
being fully destructive.
Well, let's just say that my eyes are very open now.
I feel like now that you've seen what you've seen, you might not have been so forgiving with your traps as you have been.
Perhaps.
Is there anything else in here we shouldn't touch that you know of?
That I know of?
Yeah.
Well,
'cause-
looking around, I can certainly say don't try to put anything in the dishwasher or in the washing machine or dryer. She
You
knows
like-
that if I got dirty, I'd want to clean my clothes.
Oh, okay.
I would like to check the tables at the bottom of the blood pit just to see if there's anything on there of value, that of information specifically is what I'm looking for, not trinkets or anything.
Absolutely. Give me an investigation check.
13 and 8 is... Why can't I math today?
14 plus 8, 22.
13 plus 8,
13
21.
plus 8,
21.
21.
Thank you.
21. Okay. While you were looking, you notice that there are like a couple of things that are just kind of moved about on this table here. The glass jar that's shattered, you notice that there's a little bit of a label there, and it says danger fit, and then the label's ripped. And then on the table, you find a book. And on that book, in that book, you find a note. And that note looks something like... Where are you?
Get out.
Oh, Artie, you found something.
It
I
looks
did.
something like this. That is a 1 on the top, by the way.
Okay.
What'd you find, Artie?
I can't read this. I would like to be able to read this.
Give me a history check. Both of you. Give me a
Oh,
history
I'll say like I can actually I have a spell for this.
19.
Do I have this?
check. Oh, okay.
Level 1 spell. I've got it. I've got it.
Are you going to take care of the anti-magic devices?
Oh, right.
What were you doing? Are you going to read it now?
Well, I can't.
Oh.
Let me do. Yeah. Yeah. My history check did not go well. Well, 12 on the history check.
You kind of seen something like this before. There's a number associated with a long string of what appears to be gibberish. It is not a known language. It's something along the lines of like, it's a cipher of sorts.
Ah.
Oh, is it just shift one letter? Or is it folded across the first
Is that
dotted
first
line?
one an L?
I think that's a UIF. Yeah, that's U.
IF?
UIF. CFH. JOO. JOTHT.
So wait.
J.
No, sorry, yeah, CFH J I. Next one.
O.
N.
O. That's
So
what it is.
HARE. Okay. Which is D. Hard. The beginnings are always the hardest, but even just a moment of study in one's favorite reading chair keeps one alive many moments. Let's go to the chair and the
reading
library.
chair?
Yeah, library chair.
Okay.
We can't finish the second part of the cipher, so we're gonna have to go on.
Okay. As you head up back into the library, you go to the worn reading chair. As you are looking through the worn reading chair, Vincent just lifts up the cushion, and there is another note.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
And on that note,
Does it say dry clean only?
perhaps that is what you have.
Oh.
4. Oh, glory.
You see that, or do you want me to read it out?
I can see XL. That's all I can see right now. Okay, so
Okay.
X.
Here, let me see.
Oh, my alphabet cipher's on the previous page. I need that.
Here.
Oh. Look, I'm thinking. Yep, look.
Fun check here. You guys having fun doing these ciphers?
Yes, they're taking a while though.
Yeah, like I said, I just have atrocious
Livey.
handwriting. Like, that's what I was actually thinking it was, but like, just like,
I mean, you guys have figured out this cipher. Do you want me to give you the...
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that would actually be really nice.
Okay. Riddle number 2 is, though books may sharpen the mind, it is fists that sharpen the body. Look where I tested mine, with leather wrapped tightly, ready for the fight.
okay.
The wooden box! The wooden box!
Perhaps.
Also, what if we
What was the
try
thing
5 letters on the
Though
second
books
letter?
may sharpen the mind,
Fish
it is
sharpen the
fists
body.
that sharpen the body. Look where I tested mine. Okay. I would say to the gym.
All right, you guys head to the gym.
Really don't want to open the box in the nondescript room.
I opened the box!
Oh, great.
You touch the box.
I touched the box!
It's a box. Inside of the box is a pair of old beaten leather gloves and a plaque that says something along the lines of the greatest fight has only begun. And inside of one of the leather gloves is, would you believe, a note?
At this point, yes. Yes, I would.
What? No.
No, really? There's your note.
Oh.
Ciao.
The number 2 on top.
With the number 2 on.
My battles are many.
Okay. You guys both have 4 letters on each side, or 4 words on each side. The riddle reads, "My battles were many, but one gaze could have taken all. Behind the beast who nearly claimed me, you will find what you seek."
My battles were many, but one gaze could have taken them all.
Where's that?
The beholder! It's got lots of gazes.
Here's a museum, as you'll remember. Variety of beasts, and a glass case here next to a portrait of a beholder.
I would like to see if the beholder case moves.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh, jeez. It shatters, the beholder lives. Good game, fellas.
10. Mr. Gladiator. Mr. Gladiator, I know you're following me around, but can you push this case?
No, bro, he's creepy as hell.
It's okay, it's dead. I believe in
No,
you.
no.
Hey, it's just
Creepy
like one
as
of your
hell.
it's just like one of your fights. It's not real.
How dare you, sir? I will let you know. I have fought many men.
Oh, are you telling me?
Many men
Are you
have been
tell-
fought by me.
Are you saying these fake muscles? You're saying you would be able to move that with these fake muscles?
How dare you? And he takes his fist and he just shatters the glass.
Mm.
How do you like them? Just like backs away.
Thank you. It worked.
I look at the behind the shattered glass behind the beholder to see if there's anything back there.
There's nothing behind the beholder.
I think the entire case needs to move, though.
That's what I originally was gonna do, but he blew up the glass.
I know. I was trying to goad him into pushing it, but he's too stupid
Okay,
for
The
that.
case, by the way, was like the entire top half was glass, and there's a little podium around the bottom, and there's a stick in the middle that's holding the beholder.
There's a plaque on the podium, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Actually.
Look behind the plaque, or see if the plaque moves.
Oh yeah, you pull at the plaque. This is if he didn't want to destroy his own house to get to the riddles.
I mean, I was
No.
gonna move. I was gonna move the case.
And you find another no.
Oh. F me. Okay, sorry.
No, the first one is F though. We always start with the F. For the fun of it.
It's fine.
When did we bring numbers into this? This is like bringing letters into math. When did we start doing that, people? Why?
Since the
When did
beginning.
we start hating ourselves?
Wait, start? You haven't always?
Well, I have the regular amount of negative thoughts about myself. The regular amount's 0. Oh dear God.
Oh, I just think it's just the normal amount. I'm pretty sure the normal amount is 0. Oh no. Well, the good thing is I am. I doesn't matter how many times I am times that, it's still 0.
Oh, drat. Started the wrong way. There we go.
I don't know what's taking you guys so long. I've written these things out in plain English.
Good
Yeah.
sir, I'll bite you. I will bite your nose.
Yuck, 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 yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Okay. I'll give you guys the next one. A jacket well worn by the wilds I faced. Always close in my adventures. Find it where I would rest my head, hanging from a place of comfort.
Okay, so let's go to
His bedroom.
bedroom.
Alright, you guys enter his bedroom.
I go to the closet. And then I come out of it.
Do you go back into it looking for the jacket?
Yeah.
Okay, you find a jacket. There is a dinner jacket. There is a sweat jacket. And there is a well-worn leather jacket.
I put on the dinner jacket.
Okay,
Very fancy.
I take the well-worn jacket and go through the pockets.
On the inside pocket, would you be surprised? What do you think you found in that pocket, DJ?
A cipher.
Is it a piece of paper? Is it a piece of paper that makes me want to burn things alive?
Oh gosh.
Watch out. Maybe a nothing large.
Power and Surfaflorg.
With great power and surplus war.
Snark, dark.
That's actually not part of the cipher. That's actually the word.
Wait.
We should hire like a professional, like a very fancy like audiobook person to read these seriously. Sakak Nakuzak Live Eric Surzu Quig.
Where knowledge is both power and protection.
Okay. Where knowledge is both power and snuggle fork. Where knowledge is both power and protection, I recorded my triumphs and failures. My greatest truths are hidden within the desk where I once wrote.
The second floor library. There was writing room. Right, Miss Ruth?
I do believe there was a desk in the second floor library.
Mr. Vincent?
Yes, I do believe that there was.
Did you put traps there?
Well, no, because once again, I was pretty sure that my frost bitch of a wife,
Mrs. Smith.
Mrs. Frost bitch,
Mrs. Smith.
I was pretty sure that Annabelle
Thank you.
couldn't read because she was so damn stupid.
Mr. Vincent.
Okay. Let's shuffle through the desk and see what we find. Lori.
Freaking fighting Mr. Vincent to acknowledge his way.
You shuffle through the desk, and would you be surprised to find another piece of paper that looks kind of like this? Oh, it's a comment. There it is. Joke's on you, battery powered.
I mean, you give it enough time.
Give enough heat, yeah.
I am the heat.
Shoot. I forgot to shift these ones.
What?
I think I just terrified him a little bit.
Genuine moment of terror on the camera right now. Just like, and that's what he looks like, scared. Very few people have seen that face. See, you guys are getting so good at these ciphers, though. I mean, I want to forget what English is. Hail Caesar.
Schnackflat Snitz the Fourth.
Six Rokoi.
Snuckle Fitz the Fourth.
The last one kind of sounded a bit like Arabic. This one sounded a little bit more like Russian. It literally has
Shikroy!
Rokoi. Zinc quick. Oi. Oh my god, Russian really is just English put through a really bad Caesar cipher. If you have a high enough number, eventually the Z turns backwards.
What? Good sir, what? Good sir, what?
Yeah, okay. Where life is examined in pieces, and the living were once laid bare, the key is where the tools were kept, among secrets I never shared.
Is it in the sanitation closet?
You mean the only room in the house that had tools in it?
It's
And the only one we haven't been in yet.
It's in the sanitation closet, isn't it?
Let's go look.
The closet that I got the bucket from.
Oh gosh. Goes in. Grabs the bucket. There's like a body hanging there, and he just grabs the bucket from it. Oh, thanks, bud.
Wait, because there's cage room and then there's also the autopsy room in the basement.
Yeah.
It's in the autopsy room.
Let's
in the
go
basement.
down and look. Bop ba da ba da bo da doo.
Alright, here's the basement.
What's the stuff that's right across from the acid?
He's got a little table there.
Let's check the table right by the acid.
Oh, wow.
Well, if it's a fake acid pit.
Well, just make sure that you don't touch the stool.
Again with the pushy stools.
That's the same pushy stool.
No, it's a different pushy
This is
stool.
the same pushy stool.
The
Okay.
pushy stool was in the blood pit.
It's in this one. He knocked over this one to knock her into this little bump pit. It's the same pushy stool.
He's not right. All right. I
Oh.
look through the desk.
It's not that desk then.
On top of the desk, you see this little book.
Isn't that where we started?
No, we started in the one down the bottom right.
You started down here.
Yeah, see
then
that he said that's where the pushy stool was.
No, you said up here. Pushy stool. In the acid room. The pushy stool.
I
the
have
only
been in
thing
a
you could-
completely different room this entire time.
And it shows.
All right.
Oh, it shows.
All right. What's we find in the book? What do we find in the book?
All right. You find this written in the book.
6 numbers guided your way. There's some the key to unveil the truth. Shift each letter by their weight and unlock the path behind the ooze. The door you seek lies not far, and what melts flesh will open the bar. There's some to unkey the number.
25. 21 is the sum.
Yeah, it's 654321, right?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Shift each letter by their weight.
So the second part under each thing is part of a letter. How is the letter organized based off of the riddles?
Oh.
Wait,
In
can we see the
numerical
riddles
order.
again? It's not.
And what?
What?
You said in numerical order.
Yeah, it's in numerical
Oh,
order.
it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was based off of the lines.
No.
I was trying to make it sound a lot more complicated than it was.
No, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6.
it's on the top of
I
the
figured that out when before we even knew what they meant. That
I
was
also
easy.
just realized
What I didn't
was
know is
translating the first one
Ah.
by 21 to offset instead of the bottom part by
Oh.
21 offset.
oh no.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, you're so cute.
That's why I had S-U-S-K. Skisk.
John, what is the skin? What is the skin? What is the skin?
What is S-U-S-K?
Eyes bleeding. What is this skin?
What is Sasuke?
I need that full word now. S-K.
All right, you made it for the more clever adventurers. Consider this my congratulations.
Okay, so the letter reads, once you have translated everything, we're just going to go ahead and assume you guys know the cipher, you got all the riddles, you get it in the right portion. This is what it reads. You have made it farther than most, clever adventurer. Consider this my congratulations. Throughout my adventures, I have had many close calls with those relentless gelatinous cubes. I noticed something intriguing. Cubes only devoured flesh, bone, and plant matter, leaving valuables untouched. With the right arcane tinkering, I devised a way to control the cube and direct its movements. The cube's control room is hidden in the basement between the containment room and the dissection lab inside a bathroom. When commanded, my cube can dissolve almost anything, even fortified barriers like my front door.
All right, to the control room.
To the bathroom.
What?
To the bathroom! Hooray! Alright. You get to the bathroom. Luckily, this isn't a dream, so don't worry about wetting yourself.
Oh, gosh.
Dream, this is a nightmare, good sir.
Did you see the this cube in a bikini?
Not that kind of dream.
Alright. You've been directed to the bathroom. Where are you looking for the secret door?
The shower.
Shower.
Yeah.
Where in the shower?
The nozzles.
The nozzles.
I'm gonna turn the nozzles.
Congratulations, you're taking a shower.
Say, like, what are you doing? It turns the nozzles. It turns out it's a gelatinous cube in your dream.
The gelatinous cube comes out of the nozzle.
Mr. Vincent,
Yeah?
you're good at finding stuff, right?
I did roll a natural 20 about an hour ago.
Do you know where the secret door is?
What the frick is a natural 20? What are you talking about?
What's a natural 20?
Well, that's what happened. He straight up rolled a...
What does that mean?
No, I rolled a natural...
I know.
It's when you asked him
He
to look
says
for...
it in character. Like, I rolled a nat 20. I know exactly what I'm doing. What? Yeah, just like the DM sitting over there trolling this game. What game? What are you talking about?
Okay, back to game.
All right, back to the game. Vincent takes a look around. Since it's been so long, he has to re-roll. Yeah, he's not as clever as he used to be. It appears to be a wall of some kind.
I would like to look for secrets, traps, and or things feeling around or find my way through this place.
Yep, absolutely. Anything to get you to stop twisting that pen. Squeaking awful.
I keep
That's going
using.
to be a nightmare on the recording. No, please stop. Take the pen from it.
I'm trying to.
It's mine now. All right, what do we want me to do? Investigation check.
Yeah.
Okay, you sleight of hand.
Yeah, crap.
Okay, you.
That one.
Ooh.
Bountiful luck. Reroll.
Okay.
Okay.
13 and 8, 21.
Okay. You notice that the wall over here goes
on the right wall.
and wow, there's this like giant open space, like right there, on the maps as you've walked around here. And would you look at that? There, oh, it's a panel. On the panel, it says the following: 1/6, 2/11, 3/6, 4/52, 5/6, and 6/3.
Are the letters in bottles?
No,
You said-
it's the cipher. It's the number of the cipher. Okay, so we need to see letter 1, the 6th letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is H.
Okay.
Okay, 2. It's by the note order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes the most sense.
Oh,
Just
H.
tell me the-
H.
Yes, thank you. M.
M.
Yes. 2.
Next.
Then we need the second letter.
Second letter.
O C M P G J P B E J P O. Yeah, H. Sorry, H.
M.
That'd be M again.
Nope. You're one off.
Oh, T. T. T.
One off? Oh.
You're one off.
Y.
My.
6X. Okay. Do I need to take over that section? You do the other one? C.
You might need to, good sir.
Good gravy, man.
Okay, fourth
All right.
letter.
Fourth note.
Is the answer my cube? The answer is my cube.
The answer is my cube.
Okay.
As you enter it in, the door swings open and you find a small control room. Control room has a little, like, kind of like a window thing that shows you out into the little vat area.
It's not a pit of acid. It's a gelatinous cube storage room.
It is a gelatinous cube containment unit.
Go gelatiny! Hi ho gelatiny!
So as you guys activate the machine, this vat lifts up all the way and the gelatinous cube comes out. You follow the instructions and you are able to control the gelatinous cube. Where do you take the gelatinous cube?
The front door.
Melt him out the front door.
Congratulations, you have melted the front door. Fresh, cold air hits your face and you have successfully escaped the house on Haunted Hill.
I demand my money from the charlatan who put us in here.
Mr. Vincent.
Cracks knuckles.
Mr. Vincent, I'd like
You
my
owe
money
us
now.
some money, sir.
Do you accept checks?
No. I don't know what checks are.
Yeah, you guys get your 10,000 gold. But you have successfully escaped the house on Haunted Hill.
This might be a one-off character, but it's getting its 10,000 gold.
Hand him over to Miss Ruth. Miss Ruth, here's Mr. Vincent.
The Silken Shadow shall not be captured so easily.
Mr. Vincent, you go with Miss Ruth.
Anyway, we usually don't play Dungeons and Dragons. We're usually watching movies and talking about them. We like to watch good movies, bad movies, new movies, any movie in between. We have multiple series that we're doing. All three of us have different things that we're doing on the channel. So if movies interest you more than Dungeons and Dragons, this channel would probably interest you. If Dungeons and Dragons interests you and you want to see more from us, let us know in the comments below. We'll probably make it a thing. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and we'll see you guys in the next video. Oh.